fellow haunters, welcome to Grunge Haunts and Props. My name is Chris Leonardo, and today we are going to make skulls and spikes, specifically skulls on spikes. We're going to be making those for our cemetery scene for Halloween this year, and so I went ahead and looked online to find some reference photos, and here's a couple here. You can see they look pretty cool and a little bit tattered, which we love here at Grunge. So we're gonna go ahead and make these and show you how to do it. So follow along and enjoy the video. You can see I made a couple of these last year, and they're pretty decent. We're gonna make them a little better this time and spend a little more time. I kind of threw these together, but you know, I want several of these to put throughout the cemetery for Halloween. So first step is we're going to make skulls. Okay, so for the skulls, you can use, you know, any skulls you want. You can buy plastic or foam. My foam's going to work a lot better for this project. Or you can, you know, make your own skulls if you have a silicone mold. And I just use Loctite foam to make these skulls. It's really lightweight. You can spray paint it. It's really easy. It's, you know, it doesn't have perfect detail with Loctite foam in a silicone mold. However, you know, these are decaying skulls. Not really too concerned if there's imperfections in the casting. So if you want to learn how to make one of these silicone molds, you can check out one of my other videos where I show you how to make a silicone mold. I'll put the link in the description. Also shows you how to cast it with Loctite. So check that out. You can make these skulls for really cheap. So we're gonna pick out which skulls we want, and then we're gonna start cleaning them up. I think this one's a little bit bigger. I'm just gonna use these two skulls for our first spike. Okay, so we're angling these, and I'm gonna mark where I want to drill. And I'm just eyeballing this. Okay, so we're gonna be going, we want this to be sideways like this. So we're basically just gonna go straight down on this. Now we're gonna do the same thing on the other skull. Yep, that works just fine. Like right now you can see that this is just a perfect hole there, and we don't want a perfect hole. We want it to look like it's cracked. So we're going to use our X-Acto knife. I save all this stuff, so I had cut this off the bottom of here. I save these, and I can use these for several different things. One of the things I've been using it for, I make like a river rock, foam river rock, which is cool. So I'll save all the ends of the pieces that I cast. Or you can put like a blood gel on this and make it look like, you know, pile of bloody organs. So on this perfect hole, we're going to just kind of rough it up. Anytime you're cutting through like foam, you just want to use the X-Acto knife to make cracks. Cut it at an angle on both sides of it, and then just pull it up. A little dent in this casting here, so I think I'm going to make a hole in that. So maybe he was, bludgeoned in some epic battle before he was put on this spike. Just using a pliers to pull away. And that just, again, makes it so it doesn't look, it looks more organic. Doesn't have straight edges. Okay, the skulls are ready to go, so we're gonna go ahead and do a antique job on these and get them ready to go. Okay, so to paint these, we're not just gonna antique it with the black wash. We're going to do a little bit of spray paint first. So I've got my camo paints out here, which I love, and always a staple. Home Depot black paint, $2.50 a can, and use the black for all the major shadows, like the holes, the eye sockets. Then I go with the next shade of shadows. I'm going to use brown camo paint. And this I'm just going to dust. Then use this khaki. Use a little bit of brown in the back. We'll let that dry. Do the next one. Okay, I'm gonna try to put a little bit of gore on this. A little bit of blood where the spike comes out. See how it looks. But I use a gloss cherry red spray paint for that. And just spray a little bit on around the wound. And it's okay to have it splatter like that. Just use a stick or this is a wooden skewer just to bring some trailing lines down from it. that's probably enough. I want to go overdo it on. And this is a skull that's supposed to be sitting there on a spike. Not a lot of fresh blood on old skulls, so I don't know if that's going to ruin the effect or not. Okay, we're going to antique this here, the skulls, and I'm using my standard black wash. It's basically one full 6-ounce acrylic black paint I get from the dollar store. Put this whole container in here, fill it up with water, a couple drops of dish soap, and that's it. So pretty cheap. We remade a new batch of the black wash antiquing paint, and that looks a lot better, a lot thicker, staying on there a lot better. All right, that's what we're looking for. Okay, so for the spikes, we are going to just measure 5 feet on a 10-foot half-inch PVC pipe and just cut it in half so we can make two spikes out of one $3.50 PVC pipe. Okay, now we're going to paint it. Before we paint it, we're going to cut one of the ends at a 45-degree angle so that we can stick it in the ground. I also want to put a little, I don't know, angle in this, or make it just a little wavy rather than just 100% straight. As I mentioned before, straight lines just aren't good for hunters. So we're going to heat this up with a heat gun and just bend it slightly. So I'm going to make a slight bend here. And once you bend it, you just put some water on it and it'll hold that bend. Okay, now we're ready to paint. Okay, so I just put these on a piece of rebar and paint it standing up outside. So you're just going to do a base of black all the way around. Okay, so we did the first layer of black. Now we're going to do just a little bit of moss and some browns to make this look like it's a stick, rotting stick. So, of course, we're going to use the camo paints like always. right, that's it. Okay, while we're waiting for the PVC pipe to paint job to dry, we're going to make some of these, well, kind of like creepy cloth, but this is scrap pieces of yard fabric that I used for another project. And I'm just gonna cut it in strips, and I'll use that kind of like a creepy cloth on it. I'm gonna cut these actually with a heat gun. It actually frays the ends. You don't want these straight edges right here on anything ever. So we're gonna just fray the edges and cut strips just with the heat gun. Alright, now we're gonna make, or just cut out a little bit of this burlap. That should be enough. Okay, the PVC is dried, so now we are going to just do a little test run on the skulls and see if, make sure everything fits together how we want it. Okay, so I think that's gonna look great here. So we want it to be about right, about 6 to 8 inches below the top. So we're gonna go ahead and just start putting on some bling here. We're gonna put some of this dollar store rope on it. Looks kind of old and frayed. We're gonna put some like burlap or whatever you want to call this on there. So I'm just gonna put a small little strip of this on here to start. Okay, I'm gonna basically do just some rope from here up to there, and I'm just gonna use hot glue on it. Nothing special. All right, so we got some rope on there. Now we are going to, I'm gonna just kind of fray some of this stuff on here. There we go. Now we're gonna take another piece of burlap and just tie it up on top here. Just like that, so it's hanging off. Do the same thing with a piece of this yard fabric. And take some creepy cloth. Okay, so we've got some dangly fabric on the spear and spike. Now we're going to do the same thing on the top. Okay. So I think we're done making it look pretty. We're gonna go and just do a little bit of paint, add a little bit of grunge, and we'll be ready to put the spear tip on. So the spike tip, I actually make these with Loctite. I have a mold that I cast them in, but you can buy just a piece of styrofoam. In fact, I made the master out of a piece of styrofoam that I just kind of nicked up and made it look like it was rusted metal. So you can just buy one of these pieces of styrofoam, the little cylinders, and have them off Amazon or wherever. But we're just gonna spray paint this black really quick. And we're gonna put the spike on a piece of rebar. And then we are just going to just dust it a little bit with some different colors, black and brown and green. And that's it. Okay, for the last step, we are going to just glue on this spike head right on top. And just do that with hot glue. Nothing special. All right. And here is the final product. Skulls on a spike for less than $5. Hey, if you enjoyed this content, please like this video. If you are a hunter or Halloween enthusiast, consider subscribing to our channel so you can get updates and notifications anytime we put out new content. Thank you for watching and happy haunting!